Hello there. What would happen in the international chess play around the Ukraine now if Moldavia, that is the white line currently, with a strip of Transnistria, that is pro-Russian, but what if there was, instead of joining Romania and NATO and the EU, what if Moldavia would get this old region, as was known, I believe, as Bessarabia, in which the autonomous rights of Russian-speaking, Russian ethnic population is guaranteed, and in exchange Romania can say goodbye to Moldavia, and Moldavia will be independent, have a port, Odessa, so their economy can go forward again. What if that happens? Right? Just a thought. Just a thought. What would happen if they do that? If they make a deal like that, if the Russians would offer Moldavia a deal like that, like, hey, we have a better deal for you. Huh? This part is a lot of ethnic Romanians, ethnic Russians, mixed between a lot of different people. What if they have their own safety, neutral country with guaranteed harbor to the Black Sea? It's a tempting offer. It's a very tempting offer to be independent from the EU, to be independent from Russia, to be neutral, like a buffer, and have guarantees from both sides that you stay neutral and that you can have trade relations with both. Short line from Crimea to Odessa. Very tempting offer. Just thinking, if I was a diplomat from Russia, what would I do? What would I do to guarantee stability and safety in that region? I might look back at the old Ukraine before the Ukraine became in its current form. I might look at all the territories up in the region of Poland as well. I might say, hey, listen guys, here that former Polish territory, interest in peace, we will not object if you guys take it under your protection for peacekeeping. Huh? Neutral zone under the Polish dictate. Same for the region around Hungary. And then I would keep that part, Moldavia, I would keep separate from Romania. Because if you make that part Romania, it becomes NATO. And if that part becomes NATO, then there will never be peace in that corner. Never. Then that whole situation around the Black Sea will stay a hotbed for years to come. This way, by giving Transnistria the same status as they wanted to give to the Donbass and Luhansk, and then being part of a bigger, greater Moldavia, a new Moldavia, that would be my counter move. That would be my counter move. Then you don't even need a real Russian occupation in that region to have a buffer. I think that would be a good outcome for all, for the Ukraine, for Moldavia, for Transnistria, for everyone. Otherwise it will be totally Russian there. That's a guaranteed outcome. So yes, I think that will be on the chessboard, something like that. Something like that. Or in a smaller version in which Moldavia, Transnistria get access, and this whole strip will be neutral buffer zone under both control, Russia and NATO, the EU, but no connection with Romania, because that's what NATO wants to do. They will try to get Moldavia into NATO, into the EU ASAP. Yes, before the Ukraine. I'm sure that's in the background already going. And if the Romanians would only realize how dangerous close Romania is on the front line. On the front line. They do realize, NATO realize, French, USA troops having exercises on Romanian soil, however without Romanian soldiers or army present. Makes me wonder who is the boss in Romania. Really makes me wonder. But the answer to everyone awake is obvious, right? And then just remember, from here, that distance to the peninsula here, 400 plus kilometer. That artillery fire of HIMARS can reach that far. So where you think they're gonna shoot at the peninsula when everything else inside here is under attack? Yes, then it will come from here. Plain and simple. So on this chessboard, I think pretty soon we might see something like a Moldavian spring. I think that would be a clever move from the Russians. Who knows? Interesting times, right? Interesting times.